catch up with you, okay?
Okay, sweetheart. Love you. Have a good day,
Awesome.
Ty.
I'll have a good one. Love you, Mom.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Great to meet you. Thank you. Today, the client has brought me a car. I have absolutely no idea where I'm going or who I'm about to read, but I'm excited to see who it is. Thank you. Awesome. This is really fancy.
Oh my God, hi. I'm Tyler. It's so nice to meet you. I'm Kristin.
Oh, great to meet you, Kristin.
I'm Kristin Cavallari, and Tyler would probably recognize me from Laguna Beach or the Hills. I put up a very tough exterior. That's why I came across as so tough on Laguna Beach. But this situation is different because this is one of the most vulnerable things you can do, period. I've never just put myself out there like that before. So I'm a little nervous for that.
Wow. This is like the prettiest room we've ever filmed in.
This is my ladies' lounge. It's so special that Tyler came all the way to Nashville. He's in my home because I just think when you're in your own home, in your own environment, you're more relaxed. And then he can pick up on everything that's in my house as well. Wait, so do you recognize me or you have no idea?
I have no idea, but
okay,
yeah,
cool.
But I mean, literally, I don't watch much TV,
No.
you know, so.
That's awesome.
I don't know anything about you, so.
Cool.
It'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. She's chit-chatty.
My mom, Judy, and my dad, Dennis, are here today, and it was important for me to have both of them here for emotional support. They're divorced, so everyone traveled from all over to be here today for this.
Now, the way that I work is I communicate what I see, hear, and feel. But my job is really just to kind of navigate who's coming through, figure out who they are, and what they have to say. But we'll navigate it, we'll see what pops in.
Okay,
and I'm just gonna
cool.
take a minute to scribble. We'll see where we go. So. Ooh. Okay, could you lay the objects out right here for me?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I have a couple.
So the ones that are connected to any objects that are connected to a person, put all those objects.
They're all connected to the
awesome.
same person.
Perfect.
I think that there's a lot of unanswered questions surrounding the person that I'm hoping to channel today. So I might be crushed if he doesn't come through.
So we'll just see where we go. We'll go from here. Okay.
Uh-oh, your pen's not working.
There we go. Look at that. It'd be awkward if it died. Okay, so I'm gonna go 1 second. Okay. The way this is coming in is like there's a brother figure.
Yeah.
There's a whole hesitance in the way this is coming through, which makes it a little bit more of a challenge for me because of the feelings behind this. So I feel like I'm slipping. Like it would be something that would affect the brain, and it's like I want to present myself in a certain way. I want to show people who I am, and it's like, but because of this thing, I'm not able to be who I want to be, and it just keeps coming in like over and over again. So
Yeah.
Sounds like Mike.
it's a very insistent thing with this of having to talk about the mind and the brain. So let me look. What was his first name?
Michael.
Oh. This is coming in as a situation, I'm like getting emotional, and I don't typically that. I kept hearing, I didn't know what was going on. And then they're having me talk about 2 factors playing on someone's mental state. But there's an acknowledgement with this of more of an emphasis on the drugs and alcohol than even is the mental illness thing. It's when we go down the drugs and alcohol route, it's kind of like there's no saving me.
Yeah.
That kind of triggered or kicked off some things.
Yep.
And that seems significant. So family has wondered that. That's validation.
So crazy.
of that.
I mean, that's like so accurate. Mike dealt with, we think, bipolar disorder. He would go into these manias and think that, you know, everything's great, everything's fine, and then it would, like, he would just crash and would be depressed, and it was just this constant up and down, and then you throw drugs and alcohol into the mix, and it would just enhance everything. And it went on for years. He was dealing with some demons, there's no doubt about it.
This is gonna sound strange because this is not a common thing at all for a brother. When we have grandparents who die, it's normal to name someone after them. This is gonna sound weird, but there's some acknowledgement with the brother situation of like being honored in a named sense in a new way.
Oh my God.
Does that make sense?
My cousin just had a baby and named him Cavi. That was my brother's nickname.
There you go. That would be his awareness of this child. And
That's awesome.
that this was done. So,
Wow, very cool.
oh my God.
Oh, that's funny.
No way would he ever know something like that.
God, that's so cool that you are getting all that. It's so clear that there's no possible way he could know.
See? It is good to keep in mind, so this is so weird. He's showing me license plates for some reason.
Okay.
License plates. Think of somewhere where people would store license plates, like where we would have license plates hanging up.
And nothing comes to mind, but okay.
Seeing it, it's like a place. It's like be a whole wall of license plates.
I used to keep license plates
I know you did.
on the wall in the garage in Laguna Beach.
This actually looks like somewhere where they'd be more like home-oriented or like older. It definitely isn't this environment, but it's like somewhere where we would have more than one, like, it's something to bring up your dad.
Bringing up my dad.
I got a license plate for my truck. This is MJC 8515.
There's a very strong acknowledgement of like getting up and leaving. Like I'm up and I'm gone and I'm not telling anyone where I'm at. So this is kind of a weird thing. Like was there ever times where he would just up and leave and not tell anyone? Or were there any circumstances where we would just be like, where are you? And like, are you missing? We don't know where you are. Like you didn't give anyone the heads up. It seems very impulsive.
Yeah. You know, we all had a bit of a strained relationship with my brother towards the end. He wasn't in a very good place, and it was really hard for any of us to talk some sense into him. It was very difficult to have a relationship with him. But also when he died, we felt like we were on a episode of like Unsolved Mysteries. He was missing for 2 weeks, and you know, yeah, we didn't know where he was.
I'm so sorry. There's also this thing though about like a car thing, and there's an apology around this. Either wrecking someone's car or taking someone's car without their permission. It's this thing.
He wrecked his car in the middle of Utah almost 2 years ago. And, you know, he was running on lack of sleep and he ended up crashing his car in the middle of nowhere. And it was in November, so it was really cold. When you have hypothermia, you really lose your mind. Like, you know, you have no sense of what's going on. And so he clearly just like stumbled down, hit his head, and then just didn't get up. I mean, it was crazy.
I'm so sorry. That's so difficult. I mean, I can't even imagine how that must have felt.
Yeah. So can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Did it get to a point where he got lost out there and couldn't find his way back to his car and his phone?
Let's see. And he's having me acknowledge looking for a river. Like I know
water?
Yeah, like to be able to walk, like to like follow where the water was. There's this feeling of just not getting the chance to obviously do this to an area of population. So there would.
So he was trying to find his way out of there.
Right.
He was gonna follow the river. Jeez.
I have no doubt in my mind, based on all of the details and validations that have came through today, that he didn't intend to end his life.
God, it just kills me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was really hard to hear because the thought of him being out in the middle of nowhere just kills me. Just kills me. And I think deep down I knew that, but I'm happy that I know. That's how I can then accept it and move on from it and come to terms with it. I would rather know than not know.
Oh, okay. He doesn't want you to feel any guilt about your success when it comes to him. So I know, and it's like a weird thing to say.
No, it's not.
But he doesn't.
Not when it's coming from him.
He doesn't want you to feel like for all you have in your life that like you got it all and he got nothing. He's acknowledging pride around all of what you've done, your hard work. He acknowledges in hindsight that he was just dealing with this issue that he simply couldn't beat. And he is so proud of all of the success that you've been able to have and create. And he doesn't want you to feel any guilt around that.
I mean, we had a strained relationship in a sense because he made me feel like I had everything going and he got the raw end of the deal, and that was really hard for me. And so to hear that he doesn't want me to feel like that is really comforting. It's so amazing that my brother in the afterlife can come to peace with our strained relationship that we had the last few years. This is the sweatshirt that he actually died in.
It's a lot. Gosh.
Yeah. So, even though he's gone, we can fix it and work on it more now than we were able to the last few years.
Wonderful to meet you.
You
seriously.
too. Thank you so much.
Oh,
This was awesome.
Absolutely.
Tyler's great. He was so accurate about everything. It's really cool now that I've gone through it. I can speak to how great he is. I feel like I just went through an emotional roller coaster, but good. I'm feeling really good. Take care.
Have a good one.
Oh, you too.
Thanks.
All right, bye. Just validates all of my beliefs. Oh my God. I'm emotional. Wow, huh?
Wow, that's right.
Oh my God.
Well, I think it was wonderful that, there was some communication between the two of you.
Yeah, I agree. I have always felt so guilty. Because I've just felt really guilty about.
Well, he wanted you to feel guilty, but he was also super proud of you.
Exactly,
I know.
exactly, which is what he was so clear about today.
Yeah.
I was happy for you, or for both of you, actually.
Oh, Dennis.
Because I've gone through a lot of it, and have really worked on a lot of it myself. So it makes me feel good to see you guys, kind of experience it too. So.
I definitely think that my brother's passing has brought me closer with my parents, and I think us as a whole. My parents have been divorced, they've both been remarried, but it's brought the three of us together. And even Mike in spirit, it's kind of brought us back to that core family, which has been really nice. I haven't experienced it since I was really little, so that's great that it can bring us closer together. And I think that my brother would really actually like that it's helping all of us heal and come together.
Hello. Hi, Tyler.
Nice to meet
Great
you.
to meet you.
Come on in. My name's Audrina Patridge, and Tyler might recognize me from The Hills, First Look, or maybe Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, come on this
I
way.
love this. When the door opened, I did not recognize her, but I could immediately tell that she was actually pregnant.
So have you ever read a pregnant woman before?
I have. Probably not this late into the pregnancy.
Well, does that ever change anything?
It's a good question, actually. If anything, I think it can even help kind of make that connection to loved ones on the other side.
It's really important for me to have my family with me, especially my Aunt Connie, my Grandma Betty, and my sister Samantha. We're all very spiritual, so hopefully we'll get some communication.
I believe our loved ones are at peace, and so when they come through, they show or will reference two specific family dynamics or a random piece of information to talk about. And so as I start scribbling, basically that's my way of opening up.
Got it.
And at that point, that's what we're going to do here. I'm just going to scribble. Generally, I hold on to objects. Do you have any objects today?
I do actually.
Oh, nice.
So should I give you those?
Awesome.
One at a
so.
time.
Perfect.
It's important for me to connect to this person because it just happened, it was unexpected. And it was the most recent tragedy that's happened with our family. God, it makes me get teary-eyed smelling this.
When it comes to the timing of her passing, immediately she's apologizing with the timing of her passing because of the day that she died. So on the day that I actually passed, there's either a holiday or a celebration.
Oh yeah, that's starting.
Do you know if there was any birthdays within family? Okay, she's saying she didn't want to ruin she shouldn't be an event and the way this is coming across.
Jackson's birthday. Yes, her grandson's birthday.
Or I'm not sure.
Which side of the family was she specifically on?
On my dad's side.
On your dad's side?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like when I'm connecting, she's referencing to what made her passing actually unique was this progressive mental decline, where I feel like I'm actually not cognizant or not as aware as I should be. Now, it's an interesting thing. I feel like I slowly see myself shift and I'm not the person that I was when I passed. But the feeling is there's questions about what exactly was going on completely with my mental state and my emotional state before I passed. And she highlights the last 2 months of her life. But she's referencing to withdrawing from family.
Yeah, she did a little bit.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it has to be my Aunt Darla. That smell was her. She progressively kind of, after her mom passed, she kind of got depressed and sad,
Sure.
and things changed.
I feel like when it comes to my emotions and my feelings, she kind of gave up. But what's interesting is that she acknowledges and does mention that it feels like I'm apologetic for either what I hid from family, as far as like what I did to get through the day. Or I'm apologetic for what I did to handle this. So that's a big one.
Yeah, I think I know what she's trying to say. My Aunt Darla used to be super happy, loud, laughing, and just to see the way that she changed. Yeah, it was really hard, and we didn't know how she was feeling and her state of mind when she passed. And it was something that you kind of have to hear for closure. Hearing what Tyler was saying, like, that was real. Sometimes I have like the same vision and feeling of Aunt Darla. And I don't know what it is or what it symbolizes.
Well, it's intuition, absolutely. And it's something we all have and something we all can connect to.
My cousin Jeremy said she gave him a wind chime and it never made a noise, but the night that she died, it was making sounds. So he swears that it was her, like gave him hope, and
That's amazing. Well, if there's, any validation, I just got the chills. So I'm like, if he can give a medium the goosebumps, that's a good sign. Okay, so I feel like immediately as I'm going here, I do have to talk about a grandfather figure that's wanting to come through. He's making a connection to mom's side and acknowledging like I'm on mom's side, I'm on mom's side. He references to progressive decline in health. He's acknowledging a reference to the last 3 months of life he's really highlighting for me. But there's an acknowledgement with this of a feeling of like, I know I'm sick. I know I'm not well. Do you know who in the family had to be taken off of the life support, to your knowledge?
I think it's my Grandpa Bob.
That would be your mom's side.
He's like wanting to talk 100 miles an hour. When I'm connecting to him and referencing to his passing, the feeling is not wanting to be kept alive artificially.
Yeah, my Grandpa Bob was in the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah, but then he chose just to let me go, don't give me any medicine.
He immediately is having me want to talk about a very close connection to your child and the way this comes across. There is an acknowledgement when it comes to the birth. There's a reference to the actual placement of the child. And I don't feel like the child is actually placed in like the right way, not significant.
She's breached.
Okay. The joke, the reference, he's showing me you, and he's joking about a headstand. I don't know what this is.
Oh, I was doing that the other night.
Making fun of you.
Oh my
about
gosh. So I was trying to get her to turn around. So I thought if I go upside down off and on, it might help.
That's funny.
I don't know.
I love it because he's joking about, I'm saying, it's the weirdest vision of you doing a headstand. He's like joking about it.
So I was being watched.
Yes, you were being monitored.
So is he kind of watching over her too?
Absolutely, very much so. He has just as much of a connection.
Yeah.
Because I believe that they're together.
No one knows about that my baby was breached. I literally just found out at the doctor's yesterday, and the fact that I was trying to go upside down, trying to get the baby to move, who would have known that?
He did want me to mention a reference to the fact that he actually, well, how do I word this? As Audrina's grandfather is coming through, I immediately got the feeling that there was a bit of hesitance in his communication because he was referencing to what felt like a family secret. He's like, he won't he's not dropping it. So I have to like, how do you want me to put that? Jumping into my clients' personal lives can be a bit of a navigation because I never know what's going to be coming through or where I'm going. It's a bit like jumping into an ocean and not knowing whether I'm going to be swimming with some friendly dolphins or some stinging jellyfish. It's completely unpredictable. Right, okay, so he's having me want to talk about, I hope we know about this, but he's talking about 2 families.
Oh wait, this is confusing.
Well?
Oh wait, does he have kids with another woman or something?
Maybe your grandpa had a family when he left your grandma. Oh, God.
If I had to put it completely honestly, he's saying that there's 2 women that have my children or 2 women that I would view as being part of my family, but they aren't related.
Oh, goodness.
He did not biologically birth a child with another woman, then he had to have been like a father figure to some other people, like some other people's kids maybe. But he's saying he didn't want his first family to feel neglected by the family that he got to know a little bit later in life, because he feels, and mind you, that if he stayed, it actually would have been worse.
Okay, this makes sense now, because I didn't really know my Grandpa Bob too much until right before he passed.
Right.
So my Grandpa Bob is my mom's father. I didn't meet him till I was 14.
Right.
Because he left when my mom was really young. So yeah, we didn't really get to know him until a few years before he passed.
Right. Reference to jumping states. I'm sorry, not to
He
interrupt.
was jumping states.
There was a lot that happened with him. He was an interesting character.
Yeah.
I think if you dig within family enough, I honestly think you'll find it.
Interesting.
So we might have to do a follow-up and see what Grandpa was up to.
I think we will.
But in a good way.
This has been amazing. It was so nice to meet you.
Absolutely, likewise. Well, thank you for having me.
When people pass, you feel their energy, but you don't know what they're trying to say. So with Tyler, being able to get those words out and make all the connections, I would just get the chills, like, wow. This is Kim Betty.
It's so great to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What an enlightening experience, honestly, to think they all watch over us through the years. And what a gift that is.
Oh, absolutely.
Bye.
I guarantee you he's never seen so many crystals in his life. Oh yeah, let's get that zoom in on the back of the hair, please. Okay, thank you.
Kind of wish you did my hair.
I'm Spencer Pratt,
I'm Heidi Pratt, also known as Spidey,
also known as Pratt Daddy.
and we are best known from MTV The Hills.
I'd kiss you, but I don't want that glass now.
I love you.
This is right up my alley. It's a little different than Heidi's beliefs.
Yeah, it's a little bit against my faith.
I think some people are very in tune with other realms and other dimensions, and I don't think that means it's evil.
But I don't know about him. I don't know personally if he
Is
has
he a
a gift or not.
Satanist? Is that- I try to tune into things and connect with other realms and beings of the light and love.
I'm here to be supportive.
Hi! How are you guys? Yes, of course. Oh yeah. Come on in.
Go ahead and sit here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome.
It's wonderful to meet you both, and I'm excited.
So I have my son, and I'll probably have to like run and put him down in like 10, 15 minutes.
No worries.
I have a few minutes.
Gotcha. Sometimes I work with objects, so do either of you have any objects?
We have a whole bag full of
Well,
objects.
do you want to grab them and we can kind of put them over here? Yeah. Now, objects are interesting because I'll sometimes get a feeling from one, sometimes more than one person will come through for one. Oh, wow, I love
All one person, right?
Yep.
Cool. We'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna give it a scribble.
So much fun.
I can't wait. We'll see what happens. So give me one sec. The way this is kind of coming through is we're gonna talk about your mom's side of family, and I'm gonna bring through as many people as I can. Give me one sec here. So bring.
My mom is here. We're at our house, and my mom lives down the street, and it's important for her to be here because she's always seeing signs. So when I heard we had this opportunity, I was like, my mom has to be here. Shh. We're here with 4 dogs also, and they're very vocal.
Give me one sec. I have to figure out what this is. Different sides of family.
I gotta go.
Oh, give me one sec. I'll wait for her to come back. Or actually, I'll just keep going. I'm just doing things for you. Here. Okay. Weird, Arizona. Arizona. Weird. No clue why I'm saying Arizona. That literally popped out of nowhere.
It's wild because yesterday I just booked a private jet to go to Sedona, which is in Arizona.
Really cool. Yeah, literally popped out of my mouth.
Trippy.
That's awesome. And please know that feels like a positive thing. From a business perspective, they're having me talk about entrepreneurial work and expanding. And for some reason, this Arizona trip, in some capacity, when you go there, I feel like there's going to be some call for something that you're going to be doing in a business sense. And it basically feels like, but it's implementing career and also implementing this trip. And in some way, you're going to kind of see it crossover, so.
Also, I'm also just booked myself for the Arizona Gem Show where I'm going to get crystals.
Nice.
Trippy.
So do you actually have a business with this?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have one for you.
Oh, thanks. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. That's super cool. But yeah, I love that. I feel like that's a good area to go. And just keep in mind, when you go to Arizona, good things are happening, so. Mom's still living, right?
She's nearby.
Okay, cool. We're gonna have to talk about her, like loved ones connected to her, people around her. On your mom's side, they are having me talk about 3. So how many siblings does mom have?
2.
Gotcha, so your mom would be one of 3, so then that would fit. Have a situation, mom's side of family. I can tell that this woman would have been older when she would have passed, so kind of age appropriate. And this woman is coming through and having me talk about like brain, my awareness, my ability to think or to formulate like complex thoughts. She's bringing up the kind of the situation where I think like I'm doing okay, and then something changes, and then I never really come out of it. And it kind of comes through as like basically something that would have hindered mental cognizance, awareness, my ability to speak or maybe articulate in the way I was used to. And then never the same after this.
So true. My mom had a brain tumor. She was never the same.
It's like if she had known that this was going to happen, she would have like got everything in order and said things beforehand. But I just don't feel like she got that chance. Do you know of anyone on mom's side who would fit that bill?
Yes, 100%.
Gotcha. Based on what you know about the situation, is there anything that might be unresolved?
Should I ask her if she has any? She's in the other room.
Oh, fabulous, look at that. Awesome. Yeah, please do, totally.
Hello, little one. Come sit.
Nice to meet you. I am such a big fan.
It helps when the person it's about is around. Well, I just wanted to make sure kind of some of this connected. So it feels like your side of family was really kind of a big part of why I was supposed to be here today. So just like, and I'll try to interpret anything that comes through. So give me one sec. The way that I would describe it is when I'm connecting, they're having me talk about your mom, and there's this whole acknowledgement of like healthcare stuff. There's a feeling of still bringing fresh things, still having things in the room, but it's kind of funny because the feeling is like, well, I'm not fully cognizant to appreciate all these things. I still appreciate that they're being done for me in hindsight, and it just really comes through. But there's this knowledge that somebody basically like made an effort to try to make it feel pretty or nice or like special, even though I can't see this or have an understanding of this. And it just kind of comes in. Do you know of any situations along those lines? So,
Yeah, that'd be you.
Yeah.
Bringing Nana flowers.
I took her food, I did her shopping, I cleaned her house.
Gotcha.
She was in and out of the dementia.
Right.
I had done everything for her, I did.
Of course. Well, it sounds like there's just so much appreciation for what you did do. I need you to know in the way this comes through, she just is acknowledging a reference to not wanting to be kept alive artificially, and she is having me acknowledge a conversation that may have been had about like a feeding tube or like basically nutrition. She just put a big red X through it symbolically. She was like, it's all good. I didn't
can
need it.
see that.
I'm
yeah.
fine. Like, just let me go.
She was always so about appearances and how she looked and wanted to be. No, she was really unhappy the last year of her life. It was miserable.
I'm so sorry you had to experience that, but the way this comes through is just so much appreciation for you and you only, really, for how you were able to be there. Mom is appreciative of what you did to be able to be there for her. It validates it, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, oh, so much sense.
Awesome.
In the end of my Nana's life, she couldn't communicate and she wasn't there to be able to say these things that my mom needed to hear that got to be said through Tyler today, which is a major blessing. Thank you, Mother.
No worries. Yes, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I'll see you after.
Okay.
Awesome. Fabulous. You got a lot of scribbles here.
So we get to keep that?
Sometimes people
I'm
want them.
framing that.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
My mom will love that.
All right.
Is this an advanced level?
That's a pretty thorough one.
Yeah,
Some people's aren't as
And she's off.
in depth.
I want to show you my crystal collection.
Sounds good.
Get you a nice crystal for yourself. So whatever you're drawn to, you can even pick from my personal
Oh, you
collection.
were too kind. Oh my God.
We
Okay.
have smoky,
Smoky.
rutilated. We have petrified wood.
This one's kind of calling my name.
Okay.
Smoky, pretty.
Eventually, I need to like organize them better, but I'm running out of space. And then
What's the hat?
These, my mom makes these for when I feed hummingbirds.
Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh yeah.
So you just stand there.
Oh yeah, look at this. I'm working
And they
it.
just go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, we got it. Look at that.
Gotta tilt your head
Yeah,
down so you see. Next, I want to show you my hummingbirds. Hummingbirds came into my life on such a big scale. I feel like they are magical creatures. So I want his opinion on hummingbirds.
What has always drawn you to hummingbirds?
When we found out Heidi was pregnant, 2 hummingbirds hatched on our front door. Like, this is my meditation.
Yes. Oh, hello, little one. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Oh, that has a pretty head. Never seen anything like that. That's amazing. Well, I'll see you again.
You got your crystal, right?
Exactly. I do in my
Alright,
pocket.
okay.
Definitely. Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good one.
Bye.
So proud of you. Look
Aw,
at you.
thanks.
Give me a real kiss, lip gloss and everything. I'm so happy. I'm very thankful for Tyler. It was such a big moment for my mom, which my mom needed this closure, and it's been affecting my relationship with my mom. So I feel like the biggest weight has been lifted off of my life.
For me personally, I have a really intimate relationship with God, so I don't need someone to give me a message from the afterlife or from something I need to hear. But I was really thankful and glad that Janet could get that opportunity and get a message from her mom. And I do think for other people, it can be a great source.